So you've mastered the granny square. Are you ready for the solid granny square? Let's do it. Okay, so you're going to need a 4mm crochet hook, a needle for sewing in your ends, a pair of scissors for cutting off those ends, and some yarn. I've decided this week I'm going to try this bonbons yarn. It's from China. I just thought I'd give it a whirl and see what it's like. It actually feels quite a nice yarn. It says it's super soft and durable for any crochet, needle felting and knitting. And it says made in China, but it doesn't give you any other information on there, how it washes, how it, what size hooks you need, and all the usual things you get on UK and US yarns. But I just thought I'd give it a go. I'm pretty sure, comparing it with other double knit yarns, I'm pretty sure it is a double knit yarn. So that's all we're going to need to do our solid granny square. Okay, so we're going to start off with a magic ring. If you've missed the video for the magic ring, I'll put a link in the cards up here. So there's my magic ring, and I'm going to chain 3, because like the basic granny square from last week's video, we're going to be using trebles. So I've chained 3, that's my first treble. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to chain 3, which is going to be my corner chains. 3 trebles into the magic ring. Three more chains, the next corner. 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 sides and 2 corners. So I'm going to chain 3. That's my third corner. The last side, I'm going to do 3 trebles. 1, 2, and 3. And then 3 chain for the last corner. Now we have this gap which we need to close up by pulling the tail of the magic ring. So if you hold it in the center, pull the tail, and you'll see that hole gets smaller, and pull it as tight as you can. And then we're going to crochet into the 3rd chain from the top of that treble there. So 1, 2, 3. Oops. And there we have the first round of our solid granny square. So now I'm going to treble 3. Sorry, I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And whereas with the granny square we would, the basic granny square, we were chaining 1 to travel to the corner, with the solid granny square we're actually going to crochet into each of these stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do our corner stitches. We're going to do 2 trebles, 3 chain, 2 trebles. So that's 1, 2, chain 3, and 2 more trebles. So we have our side, our corner, and then we're going to go into these 3 here. So that's 1, 2, 3 with trebles. We're going to do our corner, so that's 2 trebles, chain 3, 2 more trebles in the same corner, and then we're going to go into 1, 2, 3, and into the corner again, 1, 2, chain 3, two more trebles, then we're going to chain to these here, so 1, 2, 3, and we want 2 trebles in the start of the corner, 1, 2, three chain, and then the last 2 trebles, 1, 2, and then we need to just join to the top of the chain treble that we had here. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Try that again. And then we have our second round. So this bit in here looks like a cross, and then what you'll end up with is little holes moving out. If I show you on the finished one here, you have these little holes coming out, which were the corner chains with the 2 trebles and the 2 trebles. Okay, so for round 3, chain 3. So this time we're going to end up with 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. When we come to the end of this round, we'll need to do one into here before joining to this chain. So in this row we end up doing just 5, so that's 1, 2, and make sure you're going through both loops, 3, 4, and 5, 2 into the corner, chain 3, 2 more trebles into that corner, and we want 6 trebles in this row. So if we count from this corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't crochet into this one, we crochet into the 6th one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 corners into the corner, 2 corners into the corner, 2 trebles into the corner, 1, 2, chain 3, 2 more trebles into that same corner, and again we're going to do our 6, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. We're going to do 2 trebles into the corner. Oops. Let's caught that bit there. Now, because I'm using a cheaper yarn, I've got this knot in here which I don't particularly like. I don't want fuzzy bits coming out in my yarn. So what I'm going to do here is to cut the yarn either side of that knot. So what I would rather do is have a knot that I can then just weave in my ends. So I've got my 2 ends, so that that's not the camera. Wrap it around my finger, pull them through the loop, make sure you've got both tails through the loop and pull. And that way then I can just weave in these ends and hopefully we won't notice. Okay, so 2 trebles, chain 3 for the corner, 2 more trebles, 1, 2, oops, that tail's getting in the way there. Can I go underneath that one? Yes, just about. Okay, so I'm going to do this side here. 1 2 3 4 5 6, yarn over into that 6th one. Just unravel some more yarn. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 2 for the corner. Oops, what happened there? Try that again. If you make a mistake, just undo that one that you made a mistake with and just carry on. Okay, 2 into the corner. 1 2, chain 3, 2 into the corner, 1 2. Remember on this side we have to have 6, so there's the 2 for the corner. So we've got 1 2 3 4 5, that being our chain treble. So we need to do 1 more treble in that side, and now we can join it to the top. And there we have 1 2 3. Obviously these extra bits here, as I said before, when I weave those in, we're not going to notice that at all. Okay, so the final round that we're going to do, 1 2 3. So this time we're going to have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 stitches. So let's count how they're going to work. So we're going to go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so here's our 1, treble into the next one, 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. As I said before, 8 and 9 we will do when we get round to that part again. Okay, so now we're going to go into the corner as we've done before. 1, 2, chain 3, 2 trebles, 1, 2 in that same corner space. And we're doing 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm not going into this chain 1 here, I'm going into that first treble from the previous row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 2 trebles into the corner. 1, 2, chain 3. I'm going a bit fast there, but if you need me to slow down, then you can either stop the video or you can go into the slow down option, which if you have a look on my Facebook group, I've actually pinned to the top how you can slow down on YouTube so you can watch the videos more closely. Chain treble 2, 1, 2, and then we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Always useful to count because it's easy sometimes to go into the wrong one if you're not focusing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And we're back to a corner. And what do we do in corners? We do 2 trebles. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 trebles. 1, 2. Now we're coming up to our last row. Side, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had counted right. You ever doubt yourself when you're counting something, have to go back? Right, I've done it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. You go 1, 2. Is that one gone? Yeah, there's a little one there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't think that was right. Okay, what's happened is I've got a really small stitch there. I don't quite know, I must have pulled the yarn at some point. Okay, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's better. 1, 2, 3. Oops. I like to leave some of these mistakes, if you like, in, just so you can see how you can overcome them, what you can do, how you can get out of the situation. I could edit them and have lovely Instagram ready perfection, but that's not what crocheting is like. You will make mistakes, you are going to miscount, you will end up crocheting hair into everything that you make if you've got long hair. These things happen. Okay, 2 into the corner, 1, 2, and we need to do our 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, 2 more trebles, 1, 2. Apologise if you can hear snoring. My dog's just come into the room and decided to lie down and have a snore. Okay, so on this side we've got the 2 for the corner, which is not counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to go into these 2 stitches here. So 8 and 9. Oops. And then crochet into the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to finish mine off here, so I'm going to do that slip knot finishing off, pull some yarn through, and I'm going to cut. Oops. So there we have our solid granny square. Obviously you can join these up. In a couple of videos time we are going to be doing how to block your granny squares, which will stop them from curling and make everything all the right shape. So you can keep making these, make as many as you like. You can make them in different colours, make them up into blankets, whatever you fancy doing with them. The last thing we need to do is to sew in those ends. And if you're using one colour, it's much easier to hide your ends. So I've gone in one way, I'm going to weave back the other way. Sorry. Comes with getting older, as you start having to hold things a little bit closer. Yeah, snip that end, so that one's gone. And then the one from the final stitch. Go in there, and in there, and in there. And then I'm going to weave it back the other way. So I came under that one, I'm going to go over that one. Just to try and make it a little bit more secure, especially if you're going to be using these to make blankets. You don't want all your ends coming out as you go around. Okay, and obviously I would sew these ends in as well. Okay, so there is our solid granny square. So there you have your solid granny square, and it is quite different from the basic granny square. The pattern for both of these is in the descriptions below, and you can find those on my website, which is conquercrochet.com. I'll put the links in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to join any of our social media groups, they are in the description box below as well. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face up here. And also, if you'd like to learn some more things to do with your crochet, have a look at these 2 videos here. Thank you so much for joining me today, and happy hooking!